Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, 13th day of January. Here we go. One of the 39 things that you're not allowed to do on Shabbos is to put out a fire. It's true you're not allowed to light a fire, that's a different one, but today's halacha is that you're not allowed to put out a fire. I know, most of you already knew that, but there's still important things to add. In its plain, simple sense, that would mean that if a candle is bothering you and it's causing too much light, and you would want to just put out that candle because it's bothering you, you're not allowed, because that's a malacha on Shabbos and you're not allowed to do it. Okay, that's simple. But what happens when you're in this situation? God forbid, a candle tips over and it starts to burn the tablecloth. Very quickly it could, God forbid, get to the drapes and the carpet or whatever. And if you put out the fire, everything's saved. If you don't put out the fire, then the entire building could, God forbid, go up in flames. So the halacha is, if you were to know 100%, please listen carefully, if you were to know 100%, and that's a giant if you were to know 100% that there's no danger to anybody, then you would follow the halacha of not putting out the fire. But the halacha clearly says that if it happens that you can't be sure that everyone's fine. In other words, if you leave that tablecloth go up in flames and the table, and God forbid it spreads to the building, and you're in any type of place where it could harm somebody that you're not thinking of, like for sure if you're in a crowded dormitory, yeshiva, beis medrash, shul, how could you know if you let that fire spread that every single person would get out of the building safely? You can't know that for sure. And so the halacha says that if you see an emergency situation developing and you can't tell if everybody's going to be safe, it might be appropriate for you might want to speak to rabbis about this. Don't just listen to me on this, but get guidance from your rabbis long before you ever are thrust into this situation, and know and hear from your rabbi, yep, stamp out the fire in that situation, or call 911 immediately, and don't even hesitate, because how could you know that all 500 people will get out of the building safely? And then this could apply to bungalow colonies, and it could apply to apartment buildings, because you'll never know if you let that fire continue that everybody would be safe. So please be careful in all these situations to think in advance. If you know there are candles, I'm in a crowded place, let's think this out. Ask your rabbi, what would I do if one of the candles tipped over and started to burn the table in this crowded room? What would I do, Rabbi? And he's probably going to tell you. If you think that people would be in danger, just step on it immediately and save the possibility of, God forbid, loss of life. Now, if you want, please get clarification on this halacha. This is what it says in many of the halacha quotes on this matter. But you have to know, you have to have the wisdom to apply this appropriately to proper situations. Please go ahead and study this more and discuss it with your rabbis, because that is the halacha. And now's the brainy part, how to know to apply this halacha properly in all of the situations. May we never need to know this. May we only be safe and see only good, wonderful times on Shabbos, and never have to apply this halacha. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.